episode 154. I didn't have to look it up. I've got
People
it in my
don't know
notes.
that red is good, though.
Well, in the recording world.
Anytime you're in the red.
Are we on the internet?
Well, not now, but we will be. We
will be.
With being in the red's got two different things. I mean, us being in the red means, yes, okay, we're recording.
But me being in the red means I'm broke and overdrawn on my check.
Well, I'm talking about in the recording world, because if you also say, no, dude, you're in the red, it means you're peeking out, too.
That's what my bank says all the time. No, dude, you're in the red.
Yeah, mine, too.
Yeah. Perfect.
It's a beautiful day out at the Killjay Ranch.
It is. It's quite nice out there, man.
It's quite nice. It's quite nice weather we're having
We got
today.
some chicken thawing the grill.
Even though I just woke up.
I like how we're starting early.
Turnip greens.
This technically isn't starting early. I mean, dude, it's what,
Well, I mean, we
4
usually record
o'clock?
at night. But we usually record, like, sometimes
when it's
late
dark.
at night.
Oh, yeah.
Dark
But,
30.
Like, right now, we're all awake, alert. Nobody's drinking.
Yet.
Wait, what was that, Kelly?
It sounded like somebody just popped a top.
Well, it was probably you.
And you got a
I don't
spare
think
over
it
there
was.
for when that one's gone.
Yeah, this is going to be a long podcast, so I'm locking in. I got 2 beers ready to go.
Well,
Y'all got
mine didn't.
drinks,
Mine didn't
water.
spew.
I used a bathroom before we started, and I'm ready to go. We got to start this episode out on kind of definitely a sad note, a sad moment. Very good friend of ours passed away recently, Mr. R.J. Smitherman. He's actually been on the show.
Otherwise known as the Oracle of Wrestling.
Yes,
the Oracle of
that's who
Wrestling.
we called him.
He
That's
was
what we
on
called him
episode.
the show.
He was on the last episode, 153. Briefly.
152, because 153 was the
Metallicast. Yeah.
So episode before last, he actually joined us briefly. I don't
And we
remember-
did one years ago with
a while back during a WrestleMania
a
weekend.
few years ago.
We
that
did.
He was part
he's
of.
been on the show, but he's a regular out here at the studio where we hang out and stuff, even when we're not podcasting. And he was born July 8th, 1983. He passed away peacefully in his sleep May 4th, 2021. He will be sorely missed. Of course, it was a shock when somebody that young passes away. He was just out here hanging out with us the
weekend before.
And we were talking about the night. We were all out here the night before the services, and we were talking about, like, well, I was thinking in my head, because I usually dress up at a funeral, not wear a suit, dress up unless I'm in the services. But I usually dress like biz cash.
Yeah.
To a funeral.
Polo, khakis.
Well, I don't want to go
Something
that far.
like that.
But I got a
Nice dress shirt.
Yeah,
long
button-up
sleeve,
shirt,
button-up
something like that,
It's summertime,
yeah.
I'll roll the sleeves up. But anyway, I was like, that just doesn't. That doesn't sound like it
Didn't
fits.
fit RJ.
And about that time, Nikki, Sean's girlfriend, popped up in the messenger thing we have, and she said, like, I'm going to dress up for the funeral tomorrow, but I feel like I need to wear a wrestling shirt. And I was like, dang, that's exactly what I was just thinking.
Well, let's do
So
it.
I was like, let me message Whitney, because Whitney and Brad were coordinating the services along with the family and everything, and they were kind of heading up all that. So I was like, hey, do you think it'd be appropriate, like, if we just wore, like, wrestling shirts? Because I was thinking about dressing up. I think it'd be, because, you know, like at Chandler's funeral, a lot of the guys wore, like, heavy metal t-shirts
Yeah,
and stuff.
band
everybody
shirt.
wore
I didn't get
band
that memo,
shirts.
so I just
Yeah.
wore like a regular shirt, but a lot of people had band shirts on. And she says, absolutely, come as you are kind of thing. And I was like, perfect. So I went and dug up my old WrestleMania t-shirt, and it was the WrestleMania we went to. Was that 27?
I think so, yeah.
I got the
Yeah,
WrestleMania
that's right,
27 t-shirt out. I found a secluded shirt for Alicia to wear, which was awesome because that's the band he was in. I forgot I had that shirt.
Well,
Yeah.
you found a wrestling shirt for me to wear, too.
Yeah, and I got the CM Punk
And
shirt.
then I
for
had
the
I had a Ricochet
Yep.
and shirt, and then Sean. I can't remember what Nikki had. The Fiend,
Had the Fiend shirt.
and then I
Sean
can't remember
wore,
what Sean had.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, Roman Reigns.
And then Wax had the Nexus shirt.
Yep.
Yeah. So we all wore our wrestling gear for.
We all represented well.
Yeah.
That's
we
what
wore our wrestling stuff.
I'm sure that's what RJ would have wanted us to show up with wrestling shirts on.
Oh,
I mean, that's
yeah.
perfect.
He was
Yeah.
looking down, smiling, best as you can, I guess.
Absolutely. And the
And we've
services
got-
were really good. It was at the Assembly of God in Amory. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just want to give a quick tribute to our boy. We're gonna miss
Yeah,
him.
and we were talking about, like, you know, what he liked was wrestling, Dungeons and Dragons, music, that kind of stuff. Those three mainly. And I know I've done decided as a way to tribute him myself, I'm going to name my next character I figured out a name to kind of throw his initials into the name.
I thought you was finna say your next
And
kid.
my next character in D&D is like that I play online. I'm going to name him Arjus, which is ARJUS for Smitherman. So
that's
Oh,
cool.
dude, that's pretty cool.
it's a cool name.
Please tell me it's
a-
going to be a halfling because he loved playing halfling.
I've decided at first I was going to make it a character because I've been working on. I had some art commission for an elf, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a halfling next, and for him because that's what he played. And then
Almost always.
we're talking about running a game. Where I'm talking about running a game with just the friends here, and like one of his old characters because I've got copies of a lot of his old characters
Well,
and
we
stuff.
talked about making them an NPC,
And
right?
yeah, and I was even thinking about running a game where that NPC is missing, and we've all got to go find him. Or the
Save the
party
princess.
has to go find RJ's character. It was a character, a halfling named Big John that he played that I remember the most anyway, and so
I'm
I felt
sure
like
all
that
of
would
his
be
old
kinda
character
fun,
sheets are at your house.
I'll come up with a whole scenario of how he's missing and how we've got to find him, and because I've got old characters of his at the house, and I may even bring more than one of his old characters in it as
Yeah.
NPCs.
Because
And,
he had several.
keep his memory alive in ways that we can, because he was just such a good guy. And in fact, he was supposed to have been at my house a week ago today to help me with some D&D stuff we'll get into that later, for another memorial thing we're doing. And he was actually going to help me with that, and now it's kind of like left to me to do by myself. And I mean, I'm okay with that. I can do it, but it's kind of bittersweet, man.
He'll guide you through it from the other side.
Yeah. So,
So if you would, just take a brief moment of silence with us, which is kind of weird for a podcast, but
Well, you know. I had to sit very still because my chair squeaks all the time, every time I move.
yeah.
I don't think it's your chair. You keep saying it's your chair, but it doesn't happen to anybody else.
Well, it doesn't sound like anything other than a squeaky chair. I'm raising my glass. Toast to
Yeah, there
RJ.
we go. Let me get my drink.
We'll be talking about him a lot more, but
Oh, yeah.
I just want to touch
Yeah.
on that real quick because that just
Gone but
happened.
never forgotten.
Probably
Absolutely.
even more during this episode for him. So, raise a glass, anybody that's got them, unless you're driving down the road.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't drive
And
down the
then-
road.
Take a drink of whatever you got for RJ.
All right. Well, that's a good segue because you brought up Memorial. Let's go ahead and talk about the thing we're doing June 12th.
It's the Fred Grass Memorial Gaming Fest, and a lot of the guys here don't really. I met Fred a long time ago. I wouldn't say I was real close with him, but I will say the first thing when I met Fred, he didn't know me. Like, I had met him at a comic store years ago. He didn't know who I was, and a lot of the guys were going over to his house to do some role playing games. It was Dungeons and Dragons, and they were playing like this werewolf game. And I mean, this guy didn't even know me, and the first thing he did was invite me to his house, to hang out and game with him, and I just thought he was just a good guy, and
Well, that's true gamer spirit
So,
right there, man.
yeah,
You always want
I mean-
more people to come play.
well, yeah, that's true. I mean, he was just a good guy, and they're doing a memorial for him on Saturday, June the 12th. I'm just gonna have to tell you to try to find the Facebook page because
Look up the event page if you need directions.
yeah,
Well, the
but
pla-
it's
the
in
place is
South
called,
Tillo.
or you can look up the Hall of Rogues and Rebels, and I'm sure you could
Yeah,
find it.
if you
on
Google it, I'm
Maps
pretty
or
because it's
whatever.
Saltillo, and there's not.
Not a
but-
whole lot of other things.
I mean, what
there.
you can look forward to there is there's going to be a big Magic the Gathering tournament that starts at, I believe he said 3 o'clock. You
Doors
may
open at
check.
12.
Yeah, check everything else out. No. It does start at 12 or 1. He said half the group would probably be gone by 3. As
Well, you
far
know,
as the
I
Magic
keep
the
meaning to
Gathering.
ask every time we're talking about this: is there going to be food there, or are we just going to do?
There's food. Actually, there's going to be food. I think there's going to be vendors there, and there's going to be food
Okay.
besides the
Like
vendors,
a
I
food
believe.
truck or
And I'm not really sure exactly what all he's got as far as food goes. And a lot of these are he's still working on some
still
things.
pending stuff?
So, but there's going to be a big Magic the Gathering tournament. I know there's door prizes that's going to be given away. I know there's prizes for the winner of the Magic the Gathering tournament. And then sometime during the day, and I haven't decided exactly on a time. It'll be after 3. I know that, and I'm gonna run like a Dungeons and Dragons arena style battle.
And dude,
It's just everybody
I signed
against
up for it
everybody.
Before I found out about the prizes, but tell them about those prizes.
The prizes were
They're amazing.
awesome. He's come up there. It's a set of metal dice, and they're all real beautiful. I looked at it, and the dice tray, man. I was so jealous when I saw the rolling dice tray. It's like leather, and it's bound up. It's a little circle. It's so nice. And then a dice bag. And the dice bags, by the way, it looked like what he sent me was like, it's a dice bag, but you can separate your dice into little bags inside of it.
There's pictures of all this on
And,
that we shared.
Oh yeah, on that
the event
group
page?
and then the event page, all of this is on there. So any questions you can go on there.
And it is free admission. We do need to remember
Yeah,
to
I
say
was
that.
surprised when I pulled the event thing up today to get the info, and I was like, wow, it's very seldom you go to something that's going to have all that and free admission.
And
Well, are
we're-
they taking donations for his family, or is it just
I'm
strictly
not
a
really
memorial?
sure. It's just for the most part, it's going to be a memorial. Now there is things that they're going to charge for extras, like little things. Of course, I'm not charging for the D&D tournament. And I had some plaques made for the Magic the Gathering tournament and the D&D tournament. Like you'll have a plaque that'll say Fred Grass Memorial, Magic the Gathering winner, Dungeons and Dragons Arena winner. I actually had a couple of plaques made
I am taking
myself.
home one of them plaques.
So
I just want you to know that.
That would
Mark.
look very good next to my 7th place pool shooting tournament trophy.
7th or 17th.
And then, like I said, the
Well, there's only 6 of us
prizes,
playing.
the prizes are awesome. I mean, just awesome. And like I said, he's going to have door prizes. I think there's even stuff for everybody. Like I think he's giving away like small things like stickers.
I want a participation badge.
Like
I've got to get a participation award.
I mean, I think there's stuff that he's giving away to everybody, and we're going to try to set up and do a podcast from the place too.
We're going to be there in an official
So,
capacity.
Yeah,
Yes.
we will have the
We're even-
mobile
we're
unit
even gonna
there.
hang the banner. Oh wait, I need to order that.
Yeah.
I do have
So-
stickers. But I
Well,
haven't-
when you get on T-shirts too, which we'll talk about that
We'll talk about
here
that,
in a minute
yeah.
because we do have some announcements on that.
we have a lot of
But,
announcements.
yeah, and that's pretty much, like I said, to get all of it, you'll need to go to the event page or maybe even the group page. We don't mind adding people to the group, too. But it's Fred Grass Memorial Gaming Fest. And I'm sure you could find the events page or the group page by typing those in.
Well, like you said, it's Saturday, June 12th. Doors open at 12 p.m. It is
And-
at the Hall of Rogues and Rebels in Saltillo, Mississippi, and it is free admission. So
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have
Yeah.
nothing to lose.
You know, I just realized I didn't do this on purpose, but all the announcements are in chronological order.
Look at you.
Because that's perfect. So-
Look at you.
Look at me. The next up, we have Tupelo Con,
Woo!
July 24th and 25th.
I'm so ready for this.
I
They've
am
already
too.
announced there's a lot of returning vendors and like the Tupelo Game Day people in the Haunted Castle.
Yeah, Haunted Castle. That's
They set up a-
Barney Harris and
Yeah.
his kids.
But some of the guests they've announced so far is Michael Rooker. Be
That's
nice to
big
get-
time, man.
it'd be nice
That's
to get
big
interview him.
time.
That'd be awesome.
You know.
And everybody knows anything about wrestling knows Billy Gunn. He's a pro wrestler that's going to be.
Mr. Ass.
And
Well, I'm
they're
hoping a
still-
bunch of our friends return. You know,
They're
like John
still
Anderson and
I'm sure. Well, I don't know about him, but I'm sure that
Big Johnny Blender and
Johnny
Lynn.
Blender will be there. And the usual.
And
I
we're
miss
gonna
them.
we're gonna try.
the usual offenders like us.
We can't make any promises, but we're
I've
gonna
talked to
try.
Jamie.
To get
He's
some
going to come back on the
interviews.
show in a couple of weeks and talk about Tupelo Con. I'm sure there's going to be some ticket giveaways.
Some new announcements.
Yeah, well,
for
yeah, they're still
guests.
announcing guests and stuff. So there's a lot.
Yeah, I
look
went to their
forward there.
website the other day and there wasn't anything on it. And then you sent me a message saying Michael Rooker was going to be there.
See, it's like
So I checked it, and dude, literally 24 hours the page had changed.
they've already gave you a
So-
reason to go, like, and they've still yet to announce most of the stuff that's going to be.
They're
there.
having, they
and
give
you've
you a
already got an
reason to
awesome
go
reason to go.
just by having it.
Well, that's true too. But I mean, Michael Rooker and Billy Gunn, like that's a reason for you to go right there.
And
you know?
people probably, I don't know if they recognize the name Michael Rooker.
But they recognize him if they see his face.
Well,
That's
oh
all
yeah,
it
if
is.
you know Walking, Dead,
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Guardians of the Galaxy,
I mean, the list goes on and on.
he's one of
In
those
the
guys
new,
that in every movie.
he's going to be in the new Suicide Squad.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
movie.
he is.
I think he played Elvis in a movie.
This
if I'm not
this
mistaken,
is jumping
I think
ahead.
I've seen him play Elvis.
But I have it
a
in my
movie.
notes. Guess who else is going to be in the new Suicide Squad movie?
Who is that?
Elvis.
Former Time Lord Peter Capaldi.
Oh, nice.
He's playing the Thinker from Flash.
You know what? I did know that. I remember seeing that on Den of Geek.
Yep, that's where I found it this morning when I was looking
Yeah,
through.
I had forgotten about it though. I'm glad you brought that up.
Moving on to Tupelo Con, I just said that. Moving on to Cruising Amory, July 31st. It's going to be, I think this is going to be the biggest one yet because
Man, that thing has grown and grown.
it's got as
so
big
quick.
as the Railroad Festival
So quick,
almost.
man.
And,
Almost, yeah.
and the last one they did, they couldn't have the entertainment. And then, evidently, unless somebody higher up the chain than I says otherwise, we're planning to have the entertainment.
Well, I heard a rumor
Killjay's going to be there.
Yeah, that Killjay was going to be there.
Mm-hmm. And while I'm on the Killjay, and I've already rang the shameless promotion bell, we have dates.
Oh,
We have gig dates for the first time in a long time.
Like
We
dates
played,
with her?
one
Oh,
show
gig
last
dates.
year?
Yeah, when he said dates, I got excited too.
I thought he meant like dates with chicks. You know?
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa, yeah.
And then he like throwed me off. He was like,
Yeah.
gigs. I was like, oh.
Oh man.
August the 27th, we're going to be at Muddy Waters in Columbus, Mississippi with Seeking Seven. And the next night, on the August 28th, we're going to be at Egan's, downtown Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Over in you guys are Alabama fans, right?
Yeah,
It's
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide country. And
Yeah, that's in
we've
Birmingham.
played Egan's before. We've sort of played Muddy Waters. We played there years ago when it was a place called The Loft.
Okay.
But now they've built this huge outdoor stage thing, and they do the bands outside. It's really cool.
Wasn't the
I've-
loft where we got told we'd never play there again?
That's happened at so many places. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, I just remember from it being the Loft. The thing is,
No,
it's
you're
like
thinking about what was it called? Because they shut down not long after that, and I was like, Karma.
Yeah.
I forget the name. It was
in Columbus.
but it hadn't been opened in years.
But you know, Muddy Waters, like just remembering it from the Loft. The thing is, it's like it's such a nice place.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could go outside. There's that gazebo out there,
Yeah.
and you could just chill out. It's
And
such
it's right
a
there on
nice
the
looking
river.
place. Yeah, right there on the river. It's like it's right. I think it's actually like walking distance from Riverwalk, which I take. That's where I go to exercise sometimes.
It's a little premature to talk about the Railroad Festival for next year, but you'd be surprised how early things start having to be
he said
planned for that.
premature.
Well, it's not even we're not even halfway through 2021 quite yet, and I'm assuming it'll be April 2022 because all the other railroad festivals have been around the second week of April. But I talked to Butch Palmer at the Crawfish Festival and a few other people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's a go." I'm sure there'll be some guidelines. I don't know this for sure, but they had alcohol at the Crawfish Festival. Kind of feel like it'll be the first railroad festival that has beer because Amory's wet now.
Legally have beer?
Legally, yeah, yeah. I'm sure there's been beer there before, but not being sold there. I don't know that, but
I would
assume so.
That they will have a beer
And
garden.
I kind of felt like the Crawfish Festival was kind of testing the waters. To
That's
see how
what
that
I
was gonna
thought.
go.
Yeah.
And it was fine. It wasn't a big deal.
Would you know if they would allow us
People that
to
didn't
have
want
a
to drink didn't drink. The people that didn't want to drink went and got a beer. And
if
everybody
they
had
would
fun.
allow us to have a beer garden right by Second Stage,
Dude, I would
you
pull
know
a
how
Budweiser
awesome.
truck right up to Second Stage, right next to it, and just start
Let 'em
fire
go.
hosing people with beer.
That would be
Like
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold did.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't remember what pay-per-view that was. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And last thing about Killjay is as we speak right now at this very moment, because I've been getting video clips sent to me, they're at Rob's house tracking drums for our next album. The official drums, not scratch drums, not
And say our next album, we ain't finished this album.
with this album. This will be
It's the next album for them.
It'll be the album we should have released
Last year?
almost a year ago.
Yeah.
We can
haven't-
always blame everything
we've
on
been-
COVID now, though.
Well,
We know-
You know?
with writing and doing an album, COVID should have lent itself to,
We should have put 3 albums out during COVID.
yeah. But,
Which
We-
we also should have put more podcasts
it's,
out during
it's
COVID.
nice to have
True.
it's nice to have movement in that area now.
That
Yeah,
is,
I
dude,
feel
that's
like the world's
awesome.
trying to get back to normal. Like it's still got a long way to go.
Yeah, but it's trying to ease
But-
its way back into normalcy.
And I feel like, and we always, we talked about this, I think, one other podcast, but I think one of the things we worried about was, is it going to make people being stuck at home, is it going to make those people get lazy and decide they're okay being at home, or is it going to fire them up?
You know, to
where
an
it's like-
extent, I think it did.
I
think people got so content just staying at
But
home.
you can only sit at the house so much before you're like, I gotta go.
But I
somewhere.
think also, That's
That's
people
me.
are antsy to get out.
But you also
like
got
a lot
think,
of people are antsy to
okay,
do things. So
You've got everything you need or want right there in front of you on your computer. All your streaming services, I mean, you can have
Yeah.
food ordered and brought to you. You really don't have to leave your recliner or couch.
oh yeah. I mean, you don't need to own a car, even
Yeah.
now. Like I wouldn't have believed that in Mississippi, out in the backwoods, there would never be a time where I didn't have to have a car.
Like, you
but
really
you could
don't.
actually live right now and not have a car. You could actually, if you had the right job, you could work and live and never need a car.
never have to leave your
I mean,
house.
We were
and
just
never
talking about
really
the
have
other
to
day
leave your
how
house.
you really don't need
I
a
mean,
cell phone plan on your cell phone anymore.
No,
well,
if
as
you've
long as you
got
got
Wi-Fi,
internet.
Everywhere
Yeah.
you're going, except for if you're.
But I'm
riding in a
hoping
car.
this was a good battery recharge for the world, man.
I really hope
I'm hoping
so.
that when things start kicking off, like these things that we've been talking about, these Memorial Gaming, and this Tupelo Con, the concerts, Railroad Festival, I'm hoping like all the shit just blows up and we have people like ready to get out,
Yeah.
ready to enjoy life. They figured out, hey, I'm stuck in this house. Let me go enjoy life while I can. Because now you've also got that scare of, will we ever go back to that? Let me enjoy life while I can, just in case we have to go back to that for some reason.
Exactly.
And it's like I was telling somebody, with like I don't want to keep, but like with the death of RJ, I told somebody last week, it's like, man, it lets you know real quick, life is short. If
was
I'm gonna, I want to enjoy
36.
stuff. It's like
Was he 36?
30.
we're
37.
here.
He
37.
was
We're
fixing to
here.
turn 38.
We might as well enjoy it. Enjoy your time on Earth.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So-
I don't normally do birthday shout outs. Not that I am against it, but we're pre-recorded, so we'll always be late from when your birthday was. But it just so happens that my son Austin, my girlfriend Alicia, and all of our good friend Joe Casada all have birthdays on the same day, which as we record this was yesterday on the 15th.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give them a birthday shout out. And that's a good segue to, I don't plug our voicemail line enough. If you do want us to give you a birthday shout out, we're going to be at least a couple of days late giving it to you because, again, we're pre-recorded and we do editing and all that good stuff. But call us at 662-767-4487. Tell us your name, your birthday. We'll give you a shout out.
And stuff.
And stuff. Actually, that's for anything, though.
We had a meeting.
That number's for anything.
We
So-
had a meeting.
We
I know, it's
did.
kind of weird saying
Kinda.
that.
Well,
I mean, we were almost like professionals there for like, a half a second.
Not too bad, though. We didn't. I mean, I know you called ahead and said, Mark, I need you to wear a suit. I want you to bring a briefcase to the
But I
meeting.
didn't mean your birthday suit.
I don't care.
Next
I don't
time
care
I'll
what's
be
in the
more
briefcase. It could be
specific.
bubble gum and baseball
He
cards.
told me to bring the briefs, so I brought extra underwear, thinking that's what he
No,
meant.
you walked in just wearing briefs, and that was it. I was in my
Oh,
birthday
yeah.
suit,
Yeah.
holding a briefcase full of lollipops. It was really awkward.
It was real awkward.
Next time, what got to have a meeting about having a meeting before we do the next meeting.
yeah.
Yeah, to discuss our
Proper
attire.
meeting
proper
etiquette.
proper meeting attire and etiquette. But it went. I gotta admit, like when it comes to meetings in the past, like way in the past. Matter of fact, the Killj lineup we have now wouldn't even remember a Killj meeting because it was so
What,
many.
Me and you were the only ones
So
in
many
it.
lineups ago. But we had some Killj meetings decades ago and it never went. I'm gonna say never, but just never went so well.
Meeting-
So
yeah,
we
meetings
just
are
quit
tough.
having band meetings altogether. Now we approach like ideas that are brought up for the band is more like a discussion. Usually on our we got a Facebook group that we talk back and forth with each other, and we'll throw out an idea, we'll expound upon it, and kind of just hash it out instead of having a formal sit down. So my history with meetings is not always that great. So when you initially said you want to have a meeting, I was kind of
Hesitant.
a little bit hesitant.
I was too.
But it was very productive. So much, in fact, we're thinking about having a monthly podcast meeting and record it and put it on our Patreon.
Yeah.
Well, our discussion last night
It'd be a very behind the scenesy kind of
did
thing.
almost turn into a podcast itself. I mean, just spitballing some ideas we had.
Yeah, we thought about maybe doing, if not for the Patreon, like maybe doing a couple of them and posting them on YouTube.
Yeah,
like especially big ones. And we even talked about like maybe if as long as we're allowed, filming some stuff at Tupelo Con or at maybe this Memorial Gaming thing, filming some stuff, putting that on YouTube.
I mean, it never hurts to do it and just
You know.
see how it comes out.
Yeah. And they make phone cameras now. Of course my phone sucks, but they make phone cameras now that are amazing.
Well,
Like
not
I know
only
one of you
that-
guys have got to have a better camera than me.
Not only
you
that,
can-
I mean, we got all this ghost hunting equipment,
and you have a
and I've got all these
a
cameras.
GoPro, right? And
Yeah,
a few other
and
cameras. so-
we use it like once a year, and I'm like, well, you know what? Let's start actually using this stuff.
I mean, we could go around like it's cool for you guys to listen to us talk about like while we're at the con, talk about cosplay or people we saw. But it would be so much better for us
You could see what
if we
were
can throw it on
talking about.
YouTube or maybe like some other thing that we can put into Patreon or put YouTube into Patreon, whatever, like links and stuff. But it would be so much cooler. Like you hear us talking about, oh, this girl dressed like Venom, she was so awesome, or
Hey, that
something.
chick
When we
was-
have, yeah, that
she
one.
did
That's
look pretty
why that one
awesome.
popped in my. I will say that one popped in my
You
head.
can film,
pretty
you can film
quick, but-
anything you want at Tupelo Con.
And,
They don't care. I don't know about this memorial thing. We may have to like.
Well, I
ask-
can talk to the guy because it's kind of like there's only two of us that's kind of running the show for the most part. So,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
if they don't want to be recorded, we'll just kick them out. We're like, hey,
Yeah.
buddy, I know
We
Clint.
need content more than we need you.
Yeah. But hey, still listen to us.
That kind of sums it up for our announcements per se. And this is going to be a big episode because we're already at close to 30 minutes and we're just getting to the news. Well, I guess the meeting was.
Well, the announcements were fun tonight too.
yes,
so, like,
absolutely.
We can talk about the announcements as we're going.
Which we could definitely talk more announcements about the meeting. But I want to keep a lot of stuff secret.
Yeah, we
So
don't,
we can
can't-
surprise them with
Yeah,
it.
Surprise.
we can't tell you guys everything.
Well, and
you
two,
know.
a lot of the ideas we talk about, we never actually do. So
It's just true.
it's not really a spoiler if it ever happens.
But if we talk about it on here, then it kind of like kicks us in the rear to actually having to do it.
Yeah, it's some accountability. One thing in the news that really caught my eye because I was a huge fan of the show Metalocalypse on Adult Swim. They're making a Metalocalypse movie.
Dude, I've been waiting for this forever.
They only did, what, 4 seasons? Or 3?
I think it was 4.
I'll have to go, this was in the 90s when it started, so, or close to
I
it.
know Mark just kept messaging
No,
me.
it was in the late
when Metalocalypse.
2000s.
I know Mark kept messaging me talking about recording one of our CDs on water. And I
Oh,
never
see that shot?
I seen that, dude. That was
Sorry to
good.
interrupt, but I never make it. Like, I'd be a terrible basketball player, but I just threw my empty beer can from across the room and swished into
And
the
it's
Dead
not a good-
center.
That's a good 20 feet.
Oh,
Easy.
Like that's an easy 20
Well, this is a
feet,
30 by
so-
30 room.
And we're almost at one end of it, and the garbage is almost
Yeah.
at the other. So yeah,
So that was worth mentioning. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah. But Mark used to tell me like Metalocalypse was out. Mark would always tell me he wanted to record the next CD on water. I never did understand, But
Fans of the show would get that reference.
yeah, that's a kind of. But Metalocalypse, that's awesome.
What was the other thing? Dude, I never watched Clone Wars, the animated Star Wars stuff. I never watched Rebels at all.
I watched a little bit of both, but it was really hard for me to get
this
into.
new show, The Bad Batch, it is awesome. I've only watched one episode,
What is it on? Is it
Disney
Hulu?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Okay.
and it's that style of animation, but it is like really good. It's about a group of stormtrooper, but they're a special battalion, and I don't want to give too much away, but they're
A lot of it's in-
Just to give you the timeline this is based in, they're caught in the middle of when Order 66 is executed.
Well, Clone Wars
They're in Clone Wars.
ended. For the most part, Clone Wars ended right at Order 66. For the most part,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
where Clone Wars ended. And Clone Wars wasn't a. The thing about it is like, let's say they had 20 episodes per season. Well, their episodes would go, their stories would go, a story arc would go in like 3 or 4 episodes.
Man, if they dragged them out too much.
So you would have 3 or 4
couldn't get into
episodes.
it.
Well, some of the storylines were awesome.
Yeah.
So you'd have like 3 or 4 really good episodes. And then, Disney came back and did that last season because, they went back and did that last season
on their own.
because they wanted to show more of Ahsoka and that story. And that last season of Clone Wars was awesome. So I'm looking for big things out of Bad Batch. And
Well,
plus, I'm sure we're going to get stuff from Bad Batch, probably in Mandalorian, or either Mandalorian or Boba Fett, one of the two. So I'm sure some of that's going to carry over because, we got Ahsoka from, in the Mandalorian.
Well, I'm probably
And
fixing to lose my
so-
nerd card here. But what is Order 66?
That's when
It's
they
the
ordered all
Order.
the clone troopers to turn on the Jedi and kill them.
It's
Okay.
execute
And that's why
Order 66.
they killed pretty much every Jedi except Yoda went in hiding on.
Yeah, there was a few.
Dagobah.
There was a few
And
that kind of escaped that they
Obi-Wan
don't let you
went
know in the
and
movies.
hid
But
In the desert of Tatooine.
Tatooine.
but technically,
Tatooine is
Obi-Wan
the
and
only planet in
Yoda
the
were
desert.
your final two by the time episode 4 episode 4 came around.
And you won't really lose your nerd card because that was in the prequels.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of people hate the prequels, so you can still.
I didn't mind the prequels.
I will say, out of the prequels, episode 3 was the best of the prequels. I thought.
I thought Jar
Darth-
Jar was the best thing about the prequels.
Sith
I'm
Jar
kidding.
Jar.
Listen to the
kidding.
sound of people stopping the podcast
Yeah.
across the globe.
I'm kidding, folks.
No, but they I know a lot of people like Darth Maul, and they knew that they killed off that character too quick, so they, of course they
Tried to retcon.
they've brought him back and quite a few times, and I feel like he'll probably end up being one of your main bad guys in.
You think he'll be in the Mandalorian?
The Mandalorian? I'm sure.
Oh,
he
that'd be
will.
cool.
That would be
I'm sure
cool.
it's coming
Because they tried to, and this movie's been out long enough. I don't have to call a spoiler. They tried to make him the big tease, shocker moment for Solo, but
Yeah.
for some reason
yeah.
that movie didn't go over well. So I don't think they're going to follow up with it there. But he's too important of a character to never revisit again at all. So yeah, it'd be cool as hell if he.
And
showed
we've
up.
had episodes
in
where we
Mandalorian.
ranked our Star Wars in
But
order.
how he would be old in
And-
the Mandalorian, wouldn't he?
Well, he's
Yeah, but he's an alien, so we
Yeah,
don't really
you don't really know his
And
aging
plus
process.
Plus, he's he has synthetic parts and everything. So
That's true. He's
not
like
quite
half
as much
cyborg.
yeah, not as much as
Spotty
Vader.
legs.
But speaking of, I sent Mark this message. It was a little marshmallow.
Oh my God!
And
that's
a little burning.
hilarious.
Y'all got to look that up. Anybody that's listening, the Star Wars marshmallows, Anakin and Obi-Wan fight with
Like I knew it was
marshmallows.
going to happen,
It was so funny.
but it's still funny.
And
Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on the Bad Batch other than just to promote it and say, hey, go watch it. It's awesome. And the thing that sealed the deal for me, I was already curious about it because I'd heard a lot of good stuff. But there's a podcast I listened to, Fat Man Beyond with Kevin Smith.
yeah,
The guy that he's a part of the show said he likes it better than The Mandalorian. I was like, whoa.
yeah, I haven't gave it a shot yet.
I was like, I've
I'll
gotta check
definitely
this
try it
out.
out. I've been watching Titans, the old, the Teen Titans, kind of spin-off show. I've been watching it and just started the second. So I feel like I'll be done with it in the next couple of days,
Well-
and that'll be my next thing.
I've really been
It's
enjoying
Bad Batch.
Castlevania, too.
Dude, I love that show.
Is it based on the game?
Loosely,
Very
I think.
loosely. I mean,
think.
it's actually based on a I don't remember if it was
Castlevania's
a
been out
comic book
forever.
or a old book.
Well, dude, the games came out on floppy disks back in the day. That's
is
how long
true.
I'm serious.
That's true.
Like,
But
I played
I-
that shit in the 80s.
It's actually just the story of Dracula and his son is what Castlevania is about. It's about Dracula and Alucard. So,
It's a different take on the mythos.
oh, very different. And I love it.
And I love it.
It
It's
is
like he's got
great.
this massive castle that's almost sort of like a spaceship because it can relocate.
It can move. It can, yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Well, since
I'm
y'all
enjoying
are promoting stuff, I've got to promote the Jupiter Legacy.
I've watched one
I've been
episode.
wanting to
and
watch
I
that.
like
Oh
it.
my God, that show is.
And what's it
awesome.
on? Do you know?
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay. That kind of seals the deal because because Netflix I had got off of for a while because they just didn't have any content that I wanted. Well, lately they've come out with a few new shows. There's a movie I wanted to watch.
There's a
The Woman in the Window. I've been
Oh,
wanting to
yeah.
watch that and it's on there. And there's a couple of other shows that I've had people recommend.
But
So that
if you
kinda
don't
seals it
know
that I'll
what
get
it
it back.
is, think about The Boys. If y'all watch The Boys, and just it's a complete opposite of The Boys. It's superheroes to an extent, but it's more about their kids.
Well, the show's written by Robert Kirkman, so that.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's
Okay.
it's a Miller Universe.
Frank Miller?
I don't think it was Frank.
Frank Miller is the one that does. He worked a lot with Quentin Tarantino. He did Sin City. That was Frank
Yeah,
Miller.
I don't
and he
think
did,
it's Frank Miller.
the best Daredevil storylines that went throughout comic series was just about Frank Miller's Daredevil, but Sin City itself, the comic is more art with
Yeah.
Sin City.
Oh,
It's so
yeah.
good. So if it is Frank Miller, then that's
Well, I know Kirkman wrote it because they've interviewed him on that show, Fat Man Beyond, twice.
I'll have to check it out, man. That's a good excuse for me to get Netflix in the
I'm telling
next
you, it's
it's
a
few
great
days
show.
or month or so.
I'm really looking forward to that Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead that's coming to Netflix. It's got Batista as like the lead role.
Yes, I saw that.
And I saw today when I was scrolling through the news that in that show they're going to have a zombie king. So like I'm assuming
wow.
Batista's going to face off against some kind of zombie king. That ought to be interesting.
They're gonna. It depends on how they pull it off because they're gonna have to work hard to pull it off.
It's getting positive audience reviews from like test audiences. It's like it's not out yet, but
I think it's one of those
the
like
feedback I've read is really positive.
I
About
think
it.
it's going to be one of those shows where you don't have to do it. Like you can just sit down and enjoy it. Like you don't have to sit and analyze everything as much. It's just one of those action, in your face action shows. I think that's going to be the good part about it is you just sit down and relax for a minute and watch it. Action.
Also read today, and I'd heard this before and forgot. Robert Englund is going to be in Stranger Things season 4.
I saw that.
Oh, that's gonna be
I
I
saw
don't know
that.
what he's going to be. Hopefully a villain.
Hopefully, Freddy.
How awesome would that be if they
If
cross
Stranger
those
Things
universes
just come out and
together?
Freddy was like,
It would
So
fit.
guess what?
back,
The
bitch.
Upside Down
I mean-
is actually the dream world that Freddy lives in.
that's it. That is.
It'd be that easy to tie him in.
Yeah.
That easy.
God, that'd be awesome.
Because the next one's it's supposed to be the '90s. Is that right? Timeline.
Is
Early
it?
'90s.
I don't know. I don't know anything about season 4. I don't even know when they're. I think what I read was like
I know a lot of it's
they're
going. I think a
they're
lot
filming
of
it
Russians.
right now, so it could
I
be
think a lot of
while.
it's going to be in Russia
Yeah.
as far as the show goes.
Well, the
not
main part of
like
the Cold
filming,
War
but-
was in the 80s, so
Yeah.
Late '80s, early '90s, all of the '80s, half the '90s. Yeah.
I've already announced Peter Capaldi in Suicide Squad. I've heard a while back. I read somewhere that the original, and when I say original, I'm referring to the 1990 Batman movie with Michael Keaton, or was it 89, 90, whatever. The location that the house that they filmed for Wayne Manor,
Yeah.
that same house, the same mansion, they spotted a bunch of Warner Brothers trucks there recently.
Wow.
And then they probably don't notice this, but
Oh, they're gonna notice.
well, I'm pretty good at editing. I'm just saying. Our
Yeah, you are.
our PreSonus, which is the interface we record with, just freaked out and we had to reboot the whole system. Luckily, we saved the files.
So we've been gone for like 20 minutes, and you guys didn't even know it.
But anyway, to sum up what I was saying, we looked up the pictures on Twitter of the old Wayne Manor house. The Warner Brother trucks were out there, and there were some set photos that somebody, I guess, snuck in and took pictures. But they're doing like movie stuff out there.
And that's the only way you can explain it. It's
Yeah,
just
it looks like
movie
they're
stuff.
dressing it up to do movie stuff to it.
And dude, I never realized how big that place was.
Shoot, yes.
But looking in those Twitter pictures,
it really looks like Wayne Manor, or what
And-
Wayne Manor would look like.
and the Warner Brother van being parked beside it, it's
And they
like
got the cranes
a
out
miniature.
there. Yeah. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. And speaking of looking forward to stuff,
Uh-oh.
I've got a personal announcement to make that's going to affect the podcast.
Are you
I like,
quitting?
I like how. Hey, don't like act so excited that might be the possibility. I've already told you all about it, but thank you for acting surprised. This weekend, Anthony and I, and of course Alicia and Laura, are going down to Panama City for a few days. And on the way back, we're stopping off in Bay Minette, Alabama, at Byron's Lake, where they filmed Friday the 13th, Part 7.
I think that's
Woo!
Burns Lake.
It's Byron's. It's spelled
It's
Byrns.
Yeah.
I've heard it pronounced both ways because I know I'm a huge Jason nerd, and that's fine. You can call me a nerd, but I've watched a lot of film location YouTube videos that people go out, and some of them are really good. Where they'll go out to a place where one of the movies is filmed and like do side by side comparisons.
Some of them is almost too in depth though.
Yeah, they'll be like, look at this tree right here, and then they'll show a screenshot in the movie, be like, that's the same tree. You can tell by this.
Yeah, like we went on a trail for Walking Dead, and like we went to what they call the pudding house.
The pudding house.
It's where they called it the pudding house, and it was where like
Carl sat on the
Carl
roof
sitting
and
on the
ate
roof
pudding.
eating pudding. Like that was the only shot for the it was shot right there in that house. That we call that the pudding house. And I was like, wow. Like, I mean, it's cool still, but
Well, the upside for me going to this location is I'm going to get a lot of podcast material from it. The only downside is, well, another upside is that it's basically a public boat dock.
Yeah.
and to me, 7 is one of the most underrated.
So I don't have to get
Friday
like
the 13th.
special permission or. Now, of course, the downside is there may be people out there loading their boats and fishing, and you have to
Worry about sound.
Well, if they are, you
working
run
around
on the end of
them.
the dock and say,
People-
"Watch out for Jason!"
Yeah, and you got people motorboating.
People are going to be motorboating everywhere at the Jason location. But the only thing is that's about this location, it's convenient because I'm going through there anyway. But the only problem is they built 2 houses there. They call them cabins, but they were actually just
Well,
houses.
in the movie, they were houses.
They look like just houses. They built those just for the movie. They were prop houses. And then at the end of the movie, if you remember, they blew one of them up for real, like no CGI back then. If you want a house blown up,
You
you
had to
blew
blow
that
that
sucker
fucker
up.
up.
And then the other house, they moved somewhere else. And I don't know what they did with it, if somebody's living in it or what. But it's not the original dock, but the dock that they rebuilt in the same place. And you've got Camp Crystal Lake, which is will be Lake whatever Byron's was actually Crystal Lake in the movie. And it's really, if you look at it, it's crazy that they shot a whole movie in this one small space. Because in the movie, it just seems like they're at Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
It's a whole huge camp, but it's really just this small little boat dock area. Like imagine if they went out to the boat ramp in Smithville, roped it off, and shot a whole movie right there.
Mm-hmm.
But they did a lot of trick photography. Like there was one spot where, like I know where they put the sign that said Crystal Lake 5 miles. It really wasn't 5 miles. It was like 50 yards from where they filmed it.
Movie magic.
They did a lot of scenes where like the film crew would be in a boat on the water shooting towards the camp. They did a lot of crane shots from overhead, and there's trails all up through there. And if you're shooting like a scene in the woods where Jason's just chasing you through the woods, I mean, how would you know if it's 100 yards
Go
from
left this
camp
time,
or-
go right the next time. It looks like you're going.
I mean, you're running through the
woods.
woods, so.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to that. And people think like that's pretty nerdy for you to just want to go to the place where they shot the movie. We got to think. That's my Abbey Road. Is there Abbey Road or Abbey Road?
We know a lot of
If you're-
people used to go
all those
to,
Beatlemaniac people. They go to England where that crossing is. Where they,
Abbey.
Yeah.
Abbey Crossing. Yeah.
and where they took the picture for the album cover, and people think it's so neat, and everybody wants to get their picture the same
Yeah.
way. To me, that's my Abbey.
Well, I mean, I did it with Walking Dead, and then a lot of people have gone to the cabin. That was for years. A lot of people went to the cabin from Evil Dead.
Oh yeah.
That was a big tourist thing.
Oh,
and
wow.
then
Where's that at?
I can't remember. My
It's
oldest
up
brother
north
actually went
somewhere.
there. I can't remember, but I know a lot of people used to go there. And then there was a couple of farms that people used to visit where they would film Dukes of Hazzard. And I know that was like a big tourist thing one time. And I mean, it's really no different than like going to
a museum.
or a grave or whatever. I mean, you're still like I said, I went to the Walking Dead town, from
I get to
Woodbury
stand
and
in the same spot
Alexandria.
that Kane Hodder
And,
stood.
Yeah.
When he donned.
Yeah.
He was that was his
I
first
mean,
film.
now we couldn't get into like Alexandria because they were still filming, but I mean, like it looked like Alexandria. But no, Woodbury's a real town. It was actually still open while they were filming.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still cool to do. I mean, people do that.
Matter of fact, there was another film location for a Friday the 13th movie. I'm thinking it was part 3. I may be wrong. But they built the whole house just for the movie. And some drunk teenagers went out there one night, not knowing it wasn't a real house, and built a fire in the fireplace. And it's a fake fireplace.
Yeah.
And they
Burn
burned the house
it
down.
up.
Yeah, and they probably would have gotten away with it, but they filmed it with their phone and
Oh.
put it like somewhere, and they got in trouble, of course, for arsonery. But anyway, that I was saying for part 7, there's not much left there. The opposite is true for part 6, which was filmed on the other side of Atlanta, and that's my favorite Jason movie. I'm definitely going to be going there sometime before Halloween for more podcast material, because every building, it's still an active campground today. Like they still have, it's still
Yeah.
functioning as a campground.
So are you going to go out there and camp?
Every single building is still there from the movie. The town where they shot the footage of like the sheriff's office, that's all still there. It's like just like
That's
it was
cool.
like 35 or whatever years ago. So really looking forward to that. It's
Friday the 13th.
I'm gonna do some. I'm filming like a video for the Patreon, and then I'm gonna do a podcast about it. That'll probably will save for our Halloween stuff because that just fits better. A couple of quick facts about the area, because I watched a bunch of YouTube videos because I'm all excited. The reason they picked that spot is because it offered non-union filming. So basically, they could do it cheaper there.
Yeah.
That's why they filmed one of them in Atlanta. Now,
They're
of
doing a
them-
lot in Atlanta now. That
the rest of
made
them
in
were
Atlanta,
filmed
or
in
made
either
in Georgia.
New Jersey, which the first one was filmed in New Jersey too. A lot of them were filmed in California. Jason X, of course, was filmed primarily on a soundstage, and they did some of them in Vancouver. But these two, 6 and 7, they did down here in the South. When they did part 7, they were telling the locals they were filming a movie called Birthday Bash to throw them off so the fans wouldn't be. And hey, not that I could have in 86 or 7 because I'd have been too young, but if in present day they were filming a Friday the 13th movie a few hours from my house, you bet your ass I'd
Yeah.
be down there with a drone and some night vision goggles trying to catch a peek at Jason. But yeah, they wanted to throw the locals off, and so they said they're filming a movie called Birthday Bash. And another interesting point is that's also where they filmed 2004's Frankenfish, which I haven't seen that
Which
movie.
I think I've seen that movie.
I've heard of
It
it. I
did
don't
get
know if
horrible
I've seen it.
ratings, but it sounds like I don't know.
You gotta take it for what it is. It's like Sharknado, I think. It's like you just gotta take it for what it is.
Speaking of blowing up the house at the end of the movie, in the movie the next day you see the Stockton Fire Department there. You can
Yeah.
see it's written on their vehicles and stuff. That's a real fire department. They're one of the YouTubers that did their filming location video. Found the Stockholm Volunteer Fire Department building.
Stockton.
What did I say? Stockton.
Yeah.
Yeah. They found the actual building. It's an actual legit fire department, so that's pretty neat. And during the filming of Part 7, they had an alligator handler there, just in case.
Just in case an alligator shows up.
They did the skinny dipping scene,
Yeah.
and they did a lot of filming. I think Jason was in the water at one point.
Well, yeah, because that's when maybe caught him on fire.
That guy that she
The girl's
did the
dad.
psychic, yeah. She did the psychic collapsing of the prop pier, and he went into the water. Well, it's probably a stunt man, but either way, there was a lot of people in the water, and there's a lot of alligators in the area. But because of the time of the year they filmed it, the alligators weren't active. So
That's good.
yeah, there's a few little neat tidbits about that location that I've gathered
Yeah,
from
man, I'm
watching
proud
YouTube
of you, man.
videos.
Yeah, I should do a bit of research on that one.
I'm excited, man. I think it's gonna be cool, but
I
I'm gonna
can't
be
wait to
more
see what you
excited
come
about
back
the.
with.
I'm gonna be real excited about the Part 6 thing. I'm gonna go real deep dive on it because, like I said, there's just so much more there that's still there.
Yeah.
Like almost 40 years later. But anyway, that's all I had on that. I'm gonna be talking about it more, but I'm gonna do a whole podcast on it, and I'm gonna do video that's gonna go to Patreon.
See, video. We're getting good with that.
I mean, I'm probably just gonna film it with my cell phone because that's all I've got.
Yeah, but still.
it'll be neat.
Well,
cool.
yeah, because I won't have the GoPro in by the time you leave. So
So yeah, let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back and
Discuss some other stuff.
discuss some other stuff. Maybe. I mean, we're at 50 minutes. we could say bye for another 10 minutes, and that'd be an hour podcast.
Bye.
That's what Kelly's gonna say.
We'll be back.
That's what Grandma just said. Bye.
Wow. Not that funny. That's gonna make a big difference, I think, in audio quality. Check. Oh, there we go.
Hurt my ears.
All the dogs and birds in the neighborhood just flew away. Even the dogs flew away.
Dogs flew away.
So I think I said we're gonna take a break, and we did about a 24-hour break.
24-hour break. You have it? Yeah. I didn't even know y'all took a break.
Yeah, Clint's gone now. Kelly's gone to work, but Anthony's here, so I snagged him in to do this little outro for us. And not to repeat what I've already said on the podcast, but I'm just like so super excited about this weekend. You and I and the ladies are going down to Panama City. Then we're hitting Bay Minette on the way back to check out the site of Friday the 13th Part 7. I think that's going to be neat. And what I was going to get with you about, like, surely there's a geocache out there. If
I'm
not, that's
sure.
a very missed opportunity.
Right.
Because it's like a public boat ramp. And
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's.
I would be very surprised if there wasn't a geocache. So that'll be fun. I've been watching so many. We watched Friday the 13th Part 7 last night. Pulled out my trusty Blu-ray box set that I got for Christmas. So what's been going on with you since last week? What last episode were you on?
I don't remember.
Were you on the last one before the Metallicast? I don't think you were.
I don't know. I don't remember. Well, y'all done one when I was at when I was in New Orleans.
You want to talk about your New Orleans trip at all? Anything interesting happened there? You
not
stayed in a
really.
haunted hotel, right?
We did stay at a haunted hotel, allegedly.
Did you hear any stories about the hotel?
Yes, and it was. Of course, Google had some stories, and they said that, like, the 14th floor was haunted or whatever. But
Because the 14th floor is the 13th floor.
I actually there's no 5th floor at the Hotel Monteleon.
So the
So it was
okay,
just
I'm
weird. I don't know
confused.
why.
So
There's-
which is the 12th floor, the 13th floor,
I don't
or the
know.
14th?
I don't know. I
Or
don't
the
even know how to
13th floor?
count. Maybe it's what you want us to count. I don't know. They count weird. I don't know. But there was no 5th. There was no button for 5. So I don't know if there was a 5th floor. Just wasn't the elevator didn't go to it, or
So
just-
that's how they went about eliminating the 13th.
yeah.
By
I don't-
eliminating the 5th.
But it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
And you can really tell by the age of the building on whether or not there is a 13th floor or not. I mean, they really do that.
Oh no, they don't. The Monteleon, I think it was built in like 1850 something.
Yeah, all those old hotels and stuff would always skip the 13th floor. I didn't know. I thought that was a Hollywood thing, but come to find out, it's for real. They were that superstitious. And of course, this is New Orleans we're talking about, the home of like voodoo stuff.
Yes. We did have a. Well, I went up and I went up to the roof just because there was a bar on the roof. And there was a pool, and it did stop on the 14th floor for no apparent reason whatsoever.
Oh, that's cool.
It only done that once. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then when we asked the bartender at the roof, he kind of said, yeah, yeah, they say it's haunted, but the only thing he ever experienced was the elevator stopping on the 14th floor for no reason. So
That is kind of weird, though, right?
Yeah, he said
Out of
it
all
would-
the floors that could have
it would
stopped that
stop
for
on
no
the,
reason.
It stops on the 14th floor for no reason. But that might be why they say the 14th floor is haunted. It's because the elevator stops on the 14th
Hey,
floor.
maybe it didn't stop for no reason. Maybe the ghost wanted to ride to the bar because he needs some Macallan.
He needs some Macallan. But yeah, I did. It's the hotel is pretty cool. It is an old hotel. I did never get to go to the Carousel Bar. It was packed the whole time I was there. Never got to go.
Did you drink any good stuff while you were there? Scotch?
No, I did not.
No
'Cause-
scotch at all?
No.
No good
sc-
bourbons?
No good bourbons.
Would you
no.
drink beer?
I drank a Sazerac, which is the cocktail that was invented in New Orleans. And I wanted to try one of them, so I tried one of them at the Old Alchemy Bar. That was a pretty cool place I went. The Old Alchemy Bar. It's been there for a long time. It was a pretty cool looking place. They have absinthe. That's their thing. You can get
The
absinthe.
real absinthe?
I don't know if it's real or not,
Like
but
the stuff that's made from like wormwood and shit.
yeah, they the bottle says it on there, and they pour it over the sugar cube, and they light it on fire,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
do all that stuff. I sent y'all a video.
I've heard some crazy shit about that.
It tastes like kind of like licoricey. Got a licoricey flavor to it.
I've heard like if you get drunk off that, you can hallucinate and stuff. It's got like a psychoactive effect.
Yes.
You
don't
can
know.
see that. I don't know. Different kind of liquors and alcohols get you a different kind of drunk. Like, have you ever
Right.
been like buzzed really hard off scotch? It's nothing like being buzzed off like beer or bourbon.
No, it's not. It's something totally different. Jaegers
And
are
getting
different.
buzzed on Jaeger is totally different.
Jaegers
than-
are different buzz too.
It's in this whole category.
Yeah. I remember the first time I got drunk on Jaeger, I just kind of like was sitting there like, damn, I'm drunk, and just slid down the wall. You just slide down.
That old chestnut.
You just sit there like, okay, where
I guess I'll have a seat.
Jack and Jim and Jose, all them boys, you just kind of
Tequila
like,
is a totally different.
you're like,
category.
woohoo, until you fall over.
I haven't drank tequila since college.
I
I don't even like the smell of it anymore. I had such a bad
Yeah.
experience.
Well,
And what was made it worse, not that I only drank this, but it was cheap tequila.
I went all the way to Memphis. I had some tequila one time. We had a shot.
told me this.
We had a shot glass, and it was one of those tall ones. I'm pointed, and it was the state of Mississippi, and you would fill it up about halfway with a good shot, and then you top it off with Sprite. And I don't know, you ever done a popper? You put tequila, and then you put Sprite on top of it, and then you put your hand over it. You slam it on the ground, and what it do? It will just basically just make the Sprite foam up and spew, and you just shoot it.
No salt.
Nothing. You just pow. And
No, I've never done that.
we got terribly intoxicated, where it got to the point where we were saying we're going to Memphis because that's how much tequila we put in the glass. It was all the way to the top of the state of Mississippi, which left only about a quarter of an inch for Sprite.
Okay, so was this a shot glass that had the state of Mississippi printed on it, or was it shaped like Mississippi?
It was it printed on it.
Oh, okay.
So when we just filled it all the way up with tequila.
Because that'd be pretty dope ass shot glass.
It
it
would be
wouldn't be
good.
very.
But I
It
forgot
like
all.
wouldn't stand up good.
I forgot all about that story until we started.
I don't know of anybody that doesn't have a tequila story.
Them poppers. It's crazy.
Yeah, if y'all decide to have a tequila night, I will be your DD, and I will just drink
I don't
lemon
know,
water.
dude. I think Laura's bringing some tequila to the beach, so
There you go.
well,
Y'all
she's
can
gonna
have at
make
it.
them margaritas. So
Yeah, no matter how much anybody tries to peer pressure me, I'm staying away from
I mean,
tequila.
I'll try it. Like, drinking stuff. Kara was telling me the other day. She said, if you do this when you take a shot of something, you won't make a face no matter how bad it tastes. I'm like, I don't know about all that. So I tested it with some gin because I had some Beefeater's gin at the house, and it doesn't work. Because that's the most horrible tasting liquor ever is gin.
I agree with that. Gin. This is the way I describe gin to people. Go out and find some fresh pine needles from a
just
pine
chew 'em
tree,
up.
and just shove them in your mouth. Then go get some pine sol
Yeah, just drink it.
and pour it in your mouth. Don't swallow it yet, because you need like a tiny little splash of some disgustingly cheap, like maybe aristocrat vodka, just to say there's alcohol in it. Then splash that in there, and then take a sip of it.
Well,
So then chew it up and swallow
it's
it.
weird. We was talking with Kim Coleman, and Laura was telling about how she loved Bloody Marys, and he said if you had tried a Bloody Mary, but instead of vodka, use gin. He said it's amazing, and Laura can't do it. It's-
Yeah, tequila and gin. I think that's unless you really want to split hairs and get down to like the Mad Dog 2020 stuff. But types of alcohol I will not drink is tequila and gin. But I do like a martini. But I like mine wet and
you
dirty.
like and a vodka martini.
I like a vodka martini. I like it dirty. I like it with a lot of olive juice and a lot of olive. I just like olives with some vodka poured over it. Okay, let's be honest. You can
Okay.
look at the vermouth and get enough of it. What president said that?
I have no idea.
There was some president that said this is how you make a martini. Because to make a vodka martini, you pour vermouth
and you
and you swish it
and throw it
so
out.
it coats the glass, right? Then you put the the ice, and if you do the shaker, but the ingredients are vermouth, vodka, and olives or olive juice. But the olive juice is what makes it dirty instead of neat, is it, or clean or whatever.
It's just dirtier.
But anyway, he said this is how you make a martini. You get some ice and some vodka and some olives, and you look at the vermouth while you're drinking it.
Yeah, those are. I've never had one. I never had a martini. So
You know who makes the best martini I've ever had?
you told me that
Joe Quesada.
Joe Quesada made the best.
This is twice he's come up on this show because we wished him happy birthday. You know, Austin and Alicia and Joe all
had the same
on the
birthday.
same day, which was, as we speak now, day before yesterday. I'm going to try to get this out tomorrow, which will be the 18th, at the latest 19th. But I got to get it out before we go to the beach. Are we going to do a podcast on the beach again?
We might as well.
Might as well.
Might as well.
Maybe I can not accidentally delete the third part this
Oh
time.
my Lord! Don't you do that. We're hitting up the beach here a little bit, ain't we? We're
Yeah.
going to go to this Panama City beach, and we're back home for about 3 weeks,
Then we're back again.
and we're back to St. Petersburg area,
Yeah.
where there's a plethora of breweries. I'm excited.
And that's where we're going to do that hot wing challenge.
There's a hot wing challenge, and I don't even know if it's a hot wing challenge or just basically a $20 donation to a charity. Either way,
Well, even though you donate $20 to charity, whether you finish the wings or not, in my mind, I'm telling myself that I'm doing it for the charity.
you're doing it for the
Like, I've got to finish the
I like-
wings for the charity, even
Yeah.
though they're getting the money either way.
I mean, so
'Cause
it's,
I got to have that goal. Like, I got to finish them. I got to do it for the people.
oh yeah, do it for the people. I
For
was
whatever
looking-
charity. I don't
was
even know what
looking for a
charity it is.
challenge in Panama City Beach, but the only one I found was a hamburger challenge. Like, it's just a crazy amount of food challenge. which
See, I'm not good with those.
I'm not going to do one of those.
I mean, as a big a guy as I am, you would think, oh, dude, let's take him to the hot dog eating contest.
So we
I'm
should-
actually better with try to eat something that's way too hot challenge than I am something that's way too quantity challenge. And if you ever notice, I'm kind of like that guy on Man vs. Food. Did you ever watch that?
oh yeah,
He destroyed every spicy challenge he ever did.
Mhm.
Like, there's no way you can eat these wings. They're way too hot. He would eat them. But, like, if they brought out a hamburger the size of a freaking pizza pan
yeah.
that was, like, a foot tall, that's usually the ones he lost. But, dude, he could put away some food.
They don't do it anymore though. Yeah.
Well, he
had to
quit,
quit.
and he lost a bunch of weight. Big
Yeah.
surprise. And they tried to reboot it with somebody else, and I don't think it
Yeah.
just didn't work. But for a while there, I was really into that show. Because, I'm a foodie.
I like that.
Shocker.
But there was a place in Panama City Beach I wanted to go. I went there last time I was there, which was years ago. It's I don't know how to say it. It's that German chain beer place, Hofbraumunken. Yeah, well they closed down, but there's a seafood company that opened up there, and they make a beer. I don't know if somebody else makes it for them, but it's there and it's named after their place. It's a red, so I'll get that. And it's probably they advertise the only place in Panama City Beach that has a raw oyster bar. So I said, okay,
I'm there.
we'll probably end up there anyway. So
Give me some fresh cut lemons, some Tabasco sauce. I'm all in.
and
Maybe some horseradish, right?
some Dave and Buster's. We're gonna go to Dave and Buster's.
That's cool.
We're gonna play skee ball.
That's freaking Chuck E. Cheese for grown-ups.
Yeah,
Chuck E. Cheese for drunks.
I've been looking for places to eat and stuff.
So what shows and stuff have you been? We
Well,
talked about a bunch of shows.
Jupiter's Legacy.
Yeah.
I finished it.
Is there just one season out?
Yeah, you haven't watched any of it yet.
I watched the first episode.
Did you? You like it?
Yes.
It's really good.
Well, I was just talking earlier about Castlevania. Did you say you did?
I haven't
watch
watched Castlevania
it? I
yet.
think you should. I know you don't like a lot of animated stuff, but
And
once you get into it, you won't even notice that it's animated.
I watched I listened to the new Andy Weir book, the
Oh yeah, how was that?
Project Hail Mary. You know how books are, depending on the mood you're in. It's kind of like which one's better, Armada or Ready Player One. Depends on what day it is.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're both great. So you
You said something that both intrigued my interest and made me cringe and blaspheme.
That's what I was going to get to.
Oh, okay. go
At the
ahead.
time I finished, I like it better than The Martian.
Blasphemy.
But I don't know if it's better than The Martian or it's just newer. But it is really, really good.
It's just nice to know when you're a fan of a person that makes a thing and they knock it out of the park like he did with The Martian. Just to know they still got it in them. Because sometimes a
Yeah.
creator can be like a one-hit wonder. Like they make this awesome thing, whether it's a movie or a show or write a book, and you're like, whoa. And then everything they do after that is kind of like, eh. But it's nice to know that there's a creator out there that you're a fan of that still got it. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of like
well, you look forward to everything they're doing.
the Ready Player 2. It was a good book,
Yeah.
but I didn't jump up and down about it like I did Ready Player 1.
It was really good, though.
But it was really good.
It was actually better than I expected it to be. I didn't know there was enough of a story there to take
That
another
was
bite
me.
at that apple.
But
And I wouldn't go back a third time unless
I
I
didn't-
could imagine.
I mean, it's got to I didn't go in to listen to Ready Player 1 thinking it was going to be aliens. So if you don't get that reference,
You talking about Armada?
no Ready Player 2.
Oh,
I didn't go into it expecting an aliens, and if you don't get that reference, you probably shouldn't listen to this podcast.
you know Tim, this guy I work with, he's a super, huge alien nerd.
I like aliens.
He's got the aliens movie posters all
shit.
in his office and stuff, and he's commissioned people to draw alien movie scenes and panels for him.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to. I just downloaded another Batman book that I didn't know existed, so I'm going to listen to it, and then that's probably going to be the next on my list. Is that book? You said it's called Project what?
Hail Mary.
Oh, I keep wanting to say Project Blue Book.
I keep saying Project Halo, but it's Hail Mary. And the name makes sense when you listen to the book. But
Without giving anything away, what's the basic synopsis?
the basis of the
word?
book is, I don't know. I
mean,
probably
this-
should read it from the trailer, but what is it? What's it called in
The summary.
the
maybe?
summary?
Yeah.
There is something going on with the sun that's taking power away from the sun, and it's going to have a long-term effect on the Earth if they don't fix it. So they have to fix it. So they have to do a Hail Mary mission, a space mission, was a last-ditch effort to figure out how to solve the problem with the sun where it will the lasting effects of humanity can live on.
We all just moved to Venus,
Yeah,
and then when that gets too cold,
it's
move
funny
to
because Venus
Mercury.
is involved.
Oh.
So, and nobody's going to Venus except for that Swedish glam rock band.
Europe. We're headed to Venus. For no reason at all. Just because, why
Just
not?
because.
Because we're that hot. We're so hot we have to play a concert in Venus.
We're so old that we've both done it at the same time. We talked about this before.
Yep. What was that other song that we were talking? Ninja Survive? That is the most 80s song ever.
I think the most 80s song ever we wrote while we was drunk brewing beer out here one night.
Yeah.
You got to record that.
If I could remember, I remember what we were singing, but I don't,
I don't remember.
not
what
exactly like it was.
We would probably have to get drunk.
We'll have to do like Tenacious D and write a tribute to the song that we wrote.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very 80s. All right, well, we're fixing to cook some hot wings, and
I'll cook your hot wings.
and I guess we're gonna have. I don't know if I'm even gonna play Monday Night Raw.
Don't play it. We're gonna turn off Monday Night Raw and listen to Steel Panther
And Europe,
in Europe.
we're gonna head to Venus.
Well, Steel Panther's like the rated R version of Europe.
That's that's hilarious and accurate. This is 154, right? I don't have my notes.
Sure.
I had notes on this episode. Like you're gonna be impressed
Awesome.
when you hear the main body of this.
After we
episode.
get off here and stop recording, we're gonna do a shot, and then we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff that we should have recorded.
What are we gonna do a shot of?
I have no idea. I was just saying that. I probably won't.
I got a little bit of Jack, and got a bottle of Jameson. And then I've got up in the cabinet, you know, I got the good stuff we can bring out.
I might get in the cabinet.
Get in the cabinet. That's what it's there for. What are we going to take to drink? You know, we always do. I say always. We've done it once, maybe twice, but it's a tradition I would like to keep up. We drink some scotch on the beach.
Monkey shoulder.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good
Jesus,
baseline
the
scotch.
beach spread. I don't know. I've been wanting to get some, because, like a good Glenlivet or a good Glenfiddich. Not nothing outrageous like a 12 or something, because they're pretty reasonably priced.
I got Belvini 12. I could bring it.
That's what I'm going to drink in here in a minute.
Okay.
But Glenfiddich, and I ain't had those in a while. And those are good. Those are the gateway Scotch drugs. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. That's what we was talking about with like Killian's.
Is that it though? Like,
Drinking-
let's say somebody come up and said, Anthony, I heard y'all on the podcast and y'all talk about scotch all the time. Where should I start? Because I feel like from where we started, we set the bar a little high.
We set the bar a little high.
Because now we're snobs.
We're not, but I would tell them to drink a Glen. Any Glen. I've
Yeah.
never had
Yeah,
a bad Glen. Glenlivet,
Work
Glenfiddich,
your way up to Macallan.
Glenmorangie, Glendronach. Any Glen Scotch I've ever drank, it's always been good enough.
If it starts with Glen.
if it's Glen, it's good. I would go with probably a Glenmorangie. I don't know how to speak Scottish crap, but if it's not Scottish, it's crap. Glen, whatever. Glenlivet, Glenfiddich. Glenfiddich is better than Glenlivet to me, but Glenmorangie just depends on the Scotch.
Dude, that scotch you brought over here last week, it's some Viking stuff. What was
Highland Park.
it? Give me a bottle of that.
Highland Park 12. It's pretty good. But that if we
think I
would
like
have,
it better than Ardbeg.
but think about it is I don't think I like Ardbeg better. But if we would have drank that the first Scotch we ever would have drank, we wouldn't have liked it.
Oh, it would have been too peaty?
It would have been too
smoky?
peaty off the bat for us to like, especially like something like Le Gouvelin or Lafrogue or the Ardbeg. That's a big punch right off
Well,
the
that's
bat.
why the Ardbeg is a little more peaty, where the
Highland Park's not
is
so.
more
It's,
smoky.
yeah,
I like smoky.
I don't know. That Ardbeg's pretty damn good.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm just saying that's how much I like this other one. It's
Yeah.
up there in the same conversation.
Now I did like the Ardbeg better than I did that $100 Le Gouvelin. That
Oh,
Le
yeah?
Gouvelin 16-year-old, it was amazing, but that Ardbeg for the price is just as good.
Yeah, we've learned how to figure out our sweet spot. Like
It does just because it
sometimes
costs.
like it costs a lot more, and sometimes it's worth it. But sometimes for the money, you got to hang back on that 12-year-old, you know,
Yes.
instead of the 15
But
to 18.
And the time of the year too. Like if it's really really cold outside, yes, I like a good Scotch, but I'll drink any Macallan's good, but that smoky Ardbeg or Le Gouvelin to me, it's like I don't know, it's like tasting, drinking around, sitting around the campfire. You taste it, but
Yeah.
in the fall I like the Macallans and the Glens better. But
Well, it's like we've said on here many times before, and it's so true. I don't know anybody that would disagree. If you're going to buy a Macallan 10 and you got enough money to spend that on the bottle, do yourself a favor
Get the 12.
and get the 12. It's only going to be, what, $20 more? And some
$20
change?
more, yeah.
Definitely worth it. Now, the jump from 12 to 18,
It's
is it
ridiculous.
worth it? Well, it's good.
But
But is
this
it
is the
$150
thing.
more dollars?
The
good?
thing we started
No.
out, the thing was we started out with 12 and we went with 12 and we drank it forever, and that was our little, the sherry cask 12. Now there's a double oak, this double wood is different, but that sherry we drank it forever. And when we tried the team, it was like, we'll just drink the 12. Well, and then we started drinking some less Scotch. We was drinking Monkey Shoulder a lot. We was drinking some Glens a lot, and then Alicia brought over. When she first started hanging out over here, she brought a Macallan 10-year-old over here.
Wasn't
And-
it a white box?
Yeah.
They've changed all the colors of the boxes.
Yeah,
of Macallan.
she brought that Macallan 10-year-old over here, and we hadn't had any Macallan
In a while.
in a while, and that Macallan was amazing.
Oh, Macallan is great no
So,
matter what.
that's
But I'm
the-
just saying for the value
But,
and taste,
But Macallan,
spend the extra $20.
Macallan 10-year-old, if you haven't drank, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's really good.
Let me ask you this, hypothetically. If you went over to somebody's house and was like, hey, you want some scotch? Of course, you'd be like, sure, I'll take some scotch. All I've got is Macallan 10 and Monkey Shoulder. What are you going with? Or
Macallan.
does it matter what day of the week it is?
I would probably get Macallan 10 just because I haven't had it in a while.
Yeah, we drink Monkey Shoulder a lot.
We drink
feels
Monkey
like.
Shoulder a lot, so I would go with the Macallan 10.
Well, I mean, and rightfully so. You can get a bottle of damn good scotch for $39.
Right.
Why not?
And so yeah, and I think if you drink them side by side, Macallan 10 is probably better than Monkey Shoulder.
Man, I went to buy Alicia a bottle of Oceans for her birthday, and I'm not gonna say the name of the liquor store because I do shop there some, and I don't want to make them mad, and I know they listen to this. I don't know that. I like to assume everybody listens to this, but they were wanting like $93 for a bottle of Oceans.
I think it's overrated. It's overpriced. I don't like.
Well, it's only like 80 something here in Amory, so
Who was one? What was you?
I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
I don't want to body shame them.
Uh,
I don't want to price shame them.
I like the. Well, just to me, I like the regular Jefferson better than the Oceans. That's just me.
Have I had the regular?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's called Jefferson's Oceans, but instead of call it
I like
Jefferson's, we just call it
I like the
Oceans.
Jefferson. I like I like the regular better.
I mean, it's good.
It is good. It's just it's weird on what you like. I mean, you can like what you like, but everybody's taste buds are different.
I don't remember trying just plain Jefferson's.
It's like Basil. Well, Laura brought some home from. Laura got some one time.
Okay. I'd have to do a side-by-side comparison, but I know
haven't
Alicia
done a-
really likes the Oceans.
I haven't done a side by side
It's
comparison.
It's good.
I do like it now.
But, like, yeah, I bought that for her because that's what she likes. But if you were to ask me if I had $80-something, of course I'm going to go buy a bottle.
I'm buying a
of
bottle of scotch. Yeah.
But, you know, it's good whiskey. It's good bourbon. All right, we got about 30 minutes in. You got anything else you want to talk about?
No, not right now.
All right.
I'm
I'm going to take a leap of faith and say this is episode 140.
150 something.
All right, I'm not going to take a leap of faith. Everybody's listening to this is like, Mark, you were doing so good. But I had like a whole big thing of notes,
I'm coughing. Oh.
and the computer's rebooted, so. This is 154,
Okay. I ain't got to look no more.
because the Metallicast was technically 153.
I like how you used the Ride the Lightning album cover.
Yeah. Well, I had to search everywhere to find that font
Oh, really?
so that I could type the word Metallicast and it looked like Metallica. It was the Metallica font. But anyway, what were you about to say?
I don't remember.
Oh. Thanks for listening to episode 154. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I get Groundhog Day syndrome.
Sometimes.
I get crossed up on where we're at in the timeline. Thanks for listening to episode 154 of Real Pop Culture. We've been broadcasting live from high top the first and only floor of the Killjoy headquarters at the Killjoy Ranch. Love you, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for not doing that like so loud in the microphone.
I had to concentrate. It
Had to focus your kissing energy.
It felt fake now. You know how when you like, well, it's just weird me saying this, but you know how when you kiss your girlfriend, it's like, well, that wasn't real. That's what that felt like. I just gave everybody a fake ass kiss.
That's when you go, well, brush your teeth, and I'll give you a real one.
Don't you talk about my sister like that?